Alright, the repair I'm trying to do today, we've got some Frameworks chairs here. One of my associates that was assisting me earlier on with trying to tighten our chair springs back up. They cross-threaded the set screw and botched it all up, so I'm trying to see if I can find a way here to repair the threads. I have the same set screw that we actually hold the chair in with. I'm going to try and bring it from the inside backwards and see if I can clean those threads back out from the cross threading. I went ahead and took the whole chair out so I could be able to get my hands in through the middle here and run this Allen screw right into the same set screw that we hold the chair in with. Probably going to start it by hand first, get this weighted set of vice grips off. Hopefully this works. Alright, so I got the set screw on there. I'm going to put it in and I'm going to slowly reverse it, hoping to feel the threads catch. I think that's proper. Alright. Reclamp my vice grips on it. I'm going to zoom in a little here so you can see. So basically I got the set screw started and I'm going to try and back it out through the hole here. See if that'll clean my threads up. Yes, I could get a tap and die set, but I like to find ways to do what I can with what I got. Hopefully this will work like I plan. Even though I told the associate take his time, don't want to mess anything up. Obviously, sometimes you got to do it all yourself. Sometimes. Let's see here. Yeah, I feel it's pretty snug, so he must have did a number on these threads. Ugh. Almost to make it back out. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Okay, well, it looks like I was able to reestablish the threads. Thank goodness. I'm not going to take it all the way out. I can feel with my finger in there that that lock point has cleared, so whenever I put the chair back in, the shaft will go in just fine. Let's see if I can get it set up, and we'll put this chair back on. I'll show you how we do that. Okay, so I've got the proper spring for this chair. The spring wasn't really the issue, but I've also got the interior bushing stood up in there. There's a bottom black cap and a top. They're universal, same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and slide it down in there, and you got to pay attention. There's a, see if I can get it here, so you can see the yellow tile through there and make it easier. There we go. So there's that tooth. There's that tooth in the middle. That's usually what ends up breaking off, or sometimes at the top it can be the push back into the spring. But since it's a good spring, I'm going to go ahead and put the bushing back in. And that actual center pin, you got to watch out whenever you realign your shaft. Let me see if I can get in there it is, right in that yellow tile. there's a groove in that shaft at the top. There you can see it. That's where that, when the shaft comes in, that groove is going to line right up with that spring notch. Try and get some ambient light on it. There you go. Now you can see how that spring is right in the center of that shaft. So that's what you got to watch for. That's what you line up to get your tension. Alright, let's pull the shaft out. Not one of the cleanest jobs. Get you over here where you can see. So I'm dropping my spring in, the big part sticking out the top, basically a thumb catch, almost like. It goes into the notch on the chair here. See, there's a notch right there. Get you. Wow. Need my black gloves for this one. But you can see it right there. It goes right into the notch of the chair, that long part. Okay. Now I'm going to cap it. The plastic bushing. Okay, we'll go ahead and slide it into position. Now it's kind of tipped down, but I got some blocks that I keep around that are cut to length. I know the specific length. You want to measure from off your floor to the base of this chair. And I know they're odd shaped, but I use them for other tasks, for leverage. But for this instance, I set the block up, another block under it, and it's just the right height that the chair now is setting flat. It's just, there's the bar is just horizontal, parallel with the ground here. So you can have a set cut of blocks. Usually I put it up under there. Keeps me, when I'm doing a one-man job, that actually is my other set of arms or hands. So now the chair is balanced. That's best for whenever you're extracting the shaft or putting it back in. It keeps the chair from leaning, putting torque on the shaft as you're trying to extract it. Alright, so now I'm going to look down in the hole and I'm going to see where that thumb pin is. Let's see if I can take you over there and show you at the same time. I'm going to shine some light. Hopefully not blind the camera, but it is. There we go. So it's hard to see. Get a little less light here for you. Basically on the left side of the image of that center of the hole. There it is. Alright, so now you can see down in there the black spring catch is on the upper left side of that hole, just that dim black spot. That's what I'm lining up, that groove in the shaft. There's a groove right in the center of that shaft. There you can see it. So the catch is on the left side of this hole. I'm going to go ahead and start aligning up the shaft, the groove in this shaft, to the left side. I'm looking right down in. I'm going to drop it in on it as close as I can estimate where it's at. It caught for a split second there at about this point. That's where it caught, and I felt it hit that catch spring, but it aligned itself up. That's how close I was. If you're not aligned up properly, I've got a cold chisel that I just modified. I cut the sharpened edge off of it, and I beveled some of my sides here to actually design it to sit in the groove of the top of these shafts. It just locks right in. I can use it for tightening. I can use it to drive down the actual shaft in there. Okay, the spot I hit there is I actually hit the bottom part of this system on the actual frame of the entire bench itself. Okay, so everything should be lined up all the way through, clear through the bottom. I take my vice grips and I adjust them. Go up a little higher. Alright, so I'm locked on now. I'm going to pivot this chair out of my way, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten it. You tighten it in the way you want the chair to swing in to go up under the table. So if it was this chair here, I'm basically turning it clockwise to tighten the spring. If it was the right seat here, I would turn it counterclockwise. And you want to think about how much tension you need. The tension you put on here as you're tightening it is how much tension you're going to put on the seat. So if the seat goes to shove itself under, you don't want to bash your boulders in the legs. So think about the tension you put on that chair. You just want it to tuck it back up under the table in a good amount of speed. Alright, so I've got my 4mm Allen wrench. Go ahead and tighten this bottom set screw back in. I'm still holding pressure on this spring shaft. I'm spring loading it until I get that set screw in the bottom shaft to hold it so it won't unwind. Come on. Alright, should be it. Get my blocks out from underneath. There we go. That's how to, one, repair a set screw when somebody cross threads it, and two, how to set the tension back up on these chairs for Frameworks seating system.